Hi friends, welcome to my channel. This video is all about banking in Canada. Of course, banking here is more safe and convenient, but remember, nothing comes for free. Little bit of homework even before you land here can help you making a right decision in choosing your financial institution. So, here is a guide for choosing a suitable bank for a newcomer. Get to know more about the types of banking accounts, how to open a new account, applying for a credit card, importance of credit history, and how to maintain a good credit score. Also, I would like to share a few banking tips which could be useful for you if you're coming to Canada for the first time. So, let's get started. The first question that comes to our mind is what to consider when choosing a bank. I have listed out few criteria based on my experience in the past which might be helpful for you. As a newcomer, your first step is to identify your banking needs and know what your bank is going to charge for the services you opt for. Services like unlimited debit transactions or a credit card with a good limit or pre-authorized payments, checks, online bill payments option, email transfers and so on should have clear idea about this phase, which is very important. Next is to look for a bank that has branches and ATMs closer to your area and business hours that fits your schedule. So here what I have observed is few banks are available 24/7 whereas few are available only during business hours. So it's very important to look for a bank that works out for you. Next is to look for mobile banking features, which is very important to do our day-to-day transactions. The last criteria is newcomer benefits. Banks here offers a lot of benefits in support of new immigrants. Some of them like waiving your monthly fees for a certain period of time or waiving your fees if you keep a certain balance in the account or a discount on the fees if you're a newcomer, and few banks also offers cash rewards for opening an account with them, and these rewards ranges from $300 to $700 depending on the service that you opt for. So better compare the newcomer benefits offered by various banks and choose the best suited one. Top 5 banks in Canada are TD, Scotia, CIBC, BMO and RBC. I have also included HSBC here, which offers very good cash rewards for new immigrants. Also, I have heard that mortgage rates are very good. Also, there are many small banks as well apart from these, and we do have some Indian banks like SBI, ICICI, HDFC, and so on. Based on the criteria that we discussed earlier, you can decide which one is best for you. And I have been using TD for 5 years now, and yeah, they are the best according to me. I have also used CIBC and RBC for home insurance purpose. Let's see the types of bank accounts. First one is checking account, which pays very low interest or no interest and has unlimited free transactions. So it is best suited for your day-to-day transactions. And the second one is your savings account, which pays higher rate of interest when compared to the checking account. And it will have a limit on number of free transactions, and this is suited for the money which you will not be using for your day-to-day expenses. Like if you have some money which you know you'll not be using for next few months, you can put it in savings account so you can attract some interest. There are many other types of accounts apart from what I have mentioned here, like RRSP for retirement plan, RESP use it for child education plan, TFSA for tax savings plan, and so on. You can inquire about these accounts once you are here with your bank representatives to know more. And definitely, these accounts also offer some good benefits for permanent residents, so you can definitely check once you are here. Once you choose your bank based on the criterias that we discussed earlier, call the customer care number to book an appointment at the nearest branch. Carry your ID proof and SIN number, and no soft copies, please. Carry your original documents, and representatives will take all your details and submit the application to open your account. You can collect your debit card immediately and activate it. Some banks send the original card with your name printed later on to your address, and if you have opted for credit card, you will get it in mail. Another option is to submit your application online and visit a branch to submit your ID proofs and collect your debit card. My suggestion is to visit branch personally to open the account, which will give you a chance to meet the bank representatives and know more about the services offered by them. You can clear all your doubts so you can confidently do banking with them. Here I will walk you through the TD web page where it shows all the products and services offered for a newcomer. Since I'm familiar with TD, I'm showing their services. You can do this for other banks and compare, then you can decide based on your preferences. You're clicking on the open a new account button. Next, we have to select what type of account we are looking for. I'm selecting new to Canada. If you are a student, then you can select student to see what offers they are giving for students. This web page supports many languages, and it supports many Indian languages as well, so you can select whichever you prefer. I'll go with English. And below they have listed out all the products or services that are given as a part of new to Canada banking package, which includes your checking account, savings account, unsecured credit card, and money transfer option for more than 150 currencies. Here you have complete details about TD Unlimited Check-in account, which gives you unlimited debit transactions and no monthly account fee for 6 months. After 6 months, you may have to maintain certain amount in your account to waive off this fees. And you can use any ATM, they are not specific to TD ATMs. Also, you can send money using Interact e-transfer for free. Next comes your TD savings account, where you can put your unused money and get some interest out of it. And as they have mentioned, for newcomers they have a bonus rate, so you can check with your representative like what exactly they are giving for newcomers. And also ensure you're not using the savings account for your day-to-day transaction, because it will have a limited number of transactions, like 5 transactions per month. So if you cross the limit, then you might be charged a fee for that, like $20, something like that. And if at all, if you want to access the money that is in your savings account, all you have to do is move this money from savings to checking and then do the transactions from checking account. Next comes your credit cards. So as a newcomer, it's very important for you to build your credit history. So using credit cards is the only way to build your credit history. So better you apply for this credit card, as they are giving unsecured credit cards. So unsecured in the sense where you don't need to maintain certain balance to have this card. Say around $3,000 or $5,000 will be locked sometimes if you want to have this credit card. So here for newcomers, they're giving it unsecured. You don't need to maintain any balance. You can use it as soon as you get it, and don't forget to pay on time because it affects your credit score. And So another tip about the credit card is some credit cards covers auto insurance, which means if you are hiring a car using this credit card, then you don't need to buy an insurance. It will be covered by this credit card, which saves you at least $25 per day. As a newcomer, definitely you might need to hire a car sometimes till you buy your own. So that's a good saving. So don't forget to check about this with your bank representative. If at all, if they say like you are not eligible at this time to get that card, then you can apply for such cards after 6 months. Definitely you will get it at that time. And hiring a car is very important here, because it's very difficult to survive winters, or if you have kids without car it's difficult. So hiring sometimes definitely helps, and it saves you. If you're a family of 3 or 4, going by a public transport is same as hiring a car for a day. So that's a good option. Next is your money transfer service, which can be used to transfer from Canadian dollars to Indian rupees or any other currencies that is supported by TD. And for newcomers, they are waiving off the transfer fee for 6 months, and which is a good option. Also, you can compare the rates that is given by the banks with the rates that are given by the third party apps, and you can choose whichever gives the best rate. Next is your mortgage services. Banks here help you finance your first home in Canada even if you have no credit history. It's not only TD, many banks gives this offers for newcomers. So all you need to check is how much percentage of down payment they're looking for and what is their interest rate. Based on these, you can decide like which bank you can go for. Credit card and credit history. As I said earlier, credit history is very important here. Even to rent an apartment, you need a good credit history, and it's required for your car loan or home loan and many other things. So, using credit cards is the best way to build your credit history. So, how to apply for this credit card? How to apply for a credit card? There are actually different ways. The best one is to opt for one while you are opening an account itself, so that you get an unsecured credit card at that time without even having a good credit history. Second, if you find the other banks are giving best offers in credit cards, you can just visit the branch and submit the application along with your ID proofs. If you're approved, if your application is approved, then you will receive your credit card to your home. That is second option. And third, there are a few banks like PC Financial where you can submit online, or you can visit their kiosks where they take all your details and submit your application. And PC Financial also doesn't need your credit history. They just check your details and they offer you a credit card. Advantages of having a credit card. I have covered most of the points already, like you can build a credit score, you can get your car insurance covered when you hire a car, and you can even save on groceries when you buy grocery from shops like Costco, Walmart, or Superstore with their own credit cards. Likewise, we save at least $30 to $40 every 2 months on groceries when we buy using PC Financial credit card from Superstore. And some credit cards even have cashback offer as well. So you can compare the credit cards from different banks and choose the best suited one. Alright, now to maintain a good credit history, you can register yourself to online websites like borrowal.com or any other websites which sends you a monthly report, so that you can track yourself and make sure you pay your credit card bills on time so that you avoid credit card default. And another tip is utilize only 30% of your credit card limit so that you get a good credit score. And you might think why I'm stressing so much on this credit history, because this score makes a big difference in getting your home loan. For example, if you have a good credit score, you can get your home loan approved with 10% of your down payment. Otherwise, it will be 35%. So that makes a big difference in getting your first home. Here are a few banking tips which might be helpful for you. So the first one, you don't need to carry all the money that you showed as proof of funds while moving to Canada. You can still keep them in your own currency and convert into Canadian dollars as and when you need. And there is no minimum or maximum amount that you can bring to Canada in cash. Just that if you're bringing more than $10,000 worth cash in any currency, declare them without fail. Next, how to convert your money to Canadian dollars. I have seen few opening a Canadian bank account even before they land here without even knowing about that bank and doing the conversion. It's not required. All you can do is visit your Indian bank branch and get a traveler's card and load the card with how much ever Canadian dollars you want to bring to Canada, which is hassle free and very convenient. It's nothing but a debit card that you can use for any purchases here, and you can even withdraw money from ATM. And check with your bank representative about the ATM fees, and most of the time it will be waived off or it will be free. The last topic I would like to cover for today is about NRE NRO account. Many of us may not be aware about the Indian law, which says it is mandatory to convert your residence bank account to NRO account if you are a NRI, which means once we became a permanent resident of Canada, we can't hold a residence bank account in India. So what you can do is, if you have any income that is coming to your current savings account in India, then you can convert into a NRO account and you can still retain that account. Also, you can open a NRE account if you want to open a fixed deposit for your investments in India, because NRE account is tax free in India, which means you don't need to pay any taxes for the maturity amount. So what you can do is visit your bank branch and talk to your representative in bank to understand more about NRO NRE account, and whichever applies to you, you can do that even before you move to Canada. I hope I've covered all the informations related to banking in Canada that is required for a newcomer. If you feel I have missed something or you need more information about any particular topic that we discussed here, please comment below. I would be happy to answer your questions to the best of my knowledge. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more informative videos. Thank you.